the birthday party for my mafia husband, Galvin, I touched one of his blood-stained cufflinks and suddenly gained the ability to read minds. I read Galvin's thoughts. He was thinking, Tracy's body is so tempting, much better than my cold wife. Tracy, his employee, was with her broke boyfriend, Ruben. Her thoughts dripped with contempt. Ruben is useless. His gifts were cheap. Once I dump him, I'll be with Galvin. I looked around the living room, trying to comprehend what had just happened. Suddenly, more voices flooded my mind like a tidal wave. Galvin's a freeloader. If it weren't for his rich wife, Marissa, supporting him, what would he be? Just a nobody in the family. Marissa's art collection is so enviable. If only I could get my hands on them. What? This seemingly unremarkable man is the heir to the most powerful mafia family? I thought as I turned to Tracy, who was standing next to Ruben. The moment our eyes met, Tracy's thoughts made my blood almost freeze. Marissa doesn't know. What a stupid woman. Galvin and I have slept together countless times. That penniless Ruben's birthday present is an insult. A stupid wooden bird? He'll always be a low life. I've had enough of poverty. Galvin says he'll be a capo soon. I'll be the woman of a high-ranking mafia member soon. He said he loathes Marissa anyway. I'll have everything I want. As for that good-for-nothing Ruben, I've had enough of his pennilessness. I gripped the champagne glass tightly, my knuckles turning white. I always thought Galvin loved me and that our marriage was based on love. Tonight is the best opportunity. I'm going to break up with that peasant and throw myself into Galvin's arms. How interesting. She could not recognize a pearl in a haystack. If she knew Ruben was the heir to a mafia family, I wondered what her expression would be. He wouldn't dare to resist anyway. What can a lowly driver do? Tracy pondered as she finally made up her mind. Honey, could you go to the wine cellar to get that bottle of wine from our collection? I said to Galvin with a smile. Galvin's eyes lit up immediately. I spent a handsome sum on that bottle of wine in an auction. It was enough for him to show off in front of this group of people. He thought, great, it's another chance to show my taste. These people will surely look at me with new respect. I knew he would think this way. He gave me a gentle kiss on the cheek. For our guests, even the most expensive wine is worth it. Tracy immediately got up from the couch. Let me help. That wine's too valuable to risk bumping it. Perfect opportunity. I can finally be alone with Galvin. I want him to know that I'm better at pleasing men than that icy beauty, Tracy thought. Her thoughts practically screamed with excitement. Ruben also stood up from the corner. I'll help too. Galvin interrupted him. No need. Tracy alone is enough. You stay here to entertain the guests. That annoying peasant is always ruining my plans. Every time I want to get intimate with Tracy, he appears like a phantom. I'm going to enjoy her body tonight. The other guests started to heckle. Yeah, Ruben. Stay here and chat with us. Galvin's right. You should stay. I watched Galvin and Tracy disappear at the end of the corridor. Their figures were quickly swallowed by shadows. I waited a few minutes before quietly following them. Instead of going to the wine cellar, I headed for the cigar room. Through the half-open door, I saw 3 men surrounding Ruben. They were all Galvin's henchmen, usually responsible for some of the dirty work. Listen, kid. Break up with Tracy immediately, or you'll be fed to the fish at the bottom of the Hudson River. A bald man pulled out a butterfly knife, the tip pressed against Ruben's throat. Trash like you doesn't deserve Miss Tracy. If you know what's good for you, get lost, so we don't have to do it, another burly man said with a malicious grin. These idiots will probably beg for mercy on their knees if they knew who I really am. Ruben looked at them without a trace of fear in his eyes, but rather an unsettling calm. His body seemed relaxed, but I could feel the power gathering within his muscles. I won't leave Tracy, he responded calmly. Then die, the bald man roared, preparing to slit Ruben's throat with his knife. Suddenly, Ruben moved. Before the other two could react, Ruben had already slammed the bald man to the ground. Then, he turned around and punched each of them precisely in the temple. These cowards can't even make me use 10% of my strength, Ruben thought as he straightened his clothes, his expression still calm. It seemed I might need to find a new husband, I pondered as I smiled with my head down.